In the previous video, we've understood key differences between an interior designer and a contractor's skills. And we've established that we would need both of them to flawlessly execute the project. But we know that some of the designers have an in-house contracting team, whereas some contractors hire interior designers to help them design. Now here the question arises whether to hire a contractor with a designer on board or an interior designer with a contractor on board. There are three important factors which should be considered while making this decision. The first one is scale of the project. For a smaller project or a renovation, both options work well. A well-coordinated team of designer and contractors is crucial for any small project. But for a larger project, there are other factors which play a bigger role in determining whether the appointed team can efficiently design and execute the project. So after we establish the scale of the project, the second factor which is important and which plays a bigger role is the experience of the team. The experience of each, the designer and the contractor, plays an important role. A contractor would have immense experience, but as a fresher on board as a lead designer would hamper the project as much as an experienced designer having a new inexperienced contractor on board. In certain contracting firms, the hired interior designers miss direct communication with the client and they are not able to give the correct apt solutions and planning to the client. It is very important for a designer to understand your needs first before designing. So please make sure when you get someone on board for your space, you have to directly interact with the person who is designing your space and not with a manager or a contractor in between. So let's understand how these factors are important, and having an inexperienced team and an experienced team is going to make a difference in your project. We'll take a case study of one of our projects, which is a 3,000 square feet vast space spread over 2 levels and was to be transformed into a thriving corporate office. The client wanted the office layout to be in sync with their workflow. Let's understand what an inexperienced team has provided and what an experienced team has provided in the same space. Let's consider an inexperienced team as Team A and the experienced team as Team B. In this chart, Team A has provided for 71 workstations, whereas Team B has 75 workstations. Even the MD cabins were split between 2 levels, whereas in Team B, they have it all together for better communication. Team A has provided 1 meeting room and 1 conference room, whereas Team B has given 2 meeting rooms which can be converted into 1 bigger conference room for the requirement only once a year. Team A has a storage room for 64 square feet, whereas Team B has a 100 square feet storage room with compactor storages. So even if you look at the pantry space, the UPS server room, it's considerably more with Team B. And also the departments are not haphazardly placed. They are in sequence with their workflow so that the process is easier and the people don't have to run from one place to another for smaller works to be done. Here we have understood that there are a lot of factors involved in deciding who to finalize for your project, except for the price. If you're confident of a turnkey contractor who has collaborated with experienced designer, it's worth going ahead with them. But I'm sure you will be definitely paying the fees what you pay to a designer for the same contract. Everyone usually likes to find cheap and good deals, but we've also heard horror stories that cheap package deals might turn out to be a renovation nightmare. Whether you select a designer or a contractor, always understand and compare the price to the services offered. Would you like to know the process of shortlisting and the kinds of questions to ask before selecting the right person for your work? Write yes in the comments below. I hope this video has helped you. Please like and share this video. I will meet you soon in the next video.